I still remember the sound of my mother's wooden ladle gently circling the pot before dawn. It wasn't just soup she was making. It was strength. Quiet, invisible strength. Back then, I didn't know why she insisted on adding seaweed or boiling fish bones for hours. But now at 83, I understand. She wasn't just feeding us. She was protecting our future, one bowl at a time. If you're over 60, you've likely felt it. Your knees creak, your skin feels thinner. Maybe you don't bounce back the way you used to. But what if I told you? There are 6 simple, affordable foods that have quietly kept generations of Japanese elders strong, without pills, powders, or promises. And the best part? You don't need to be born in Japan to benefit from them. So sit down with me, breathe in. Let's rediscover the kind of nourishment that doesn't just fill your stomach, but heals from the inside out. It's not your fault, but it's time someone told you why. A few years ago, during a quiet walk through my son's neighborhood in Oregon, I passed by a lovely park. There were people my age sitting on benches, rubbing their knees or stretching their shoulders slowly. Some wore support braces. Others just looked tired. I sat beside a kind woman named Margaret. She was 72, full of stories, but admitted with a gentle laugh, "My joints aren't what they used to be." As we talked, I realized she wasn't alone. Millions of older Americans feel the same: stiffness, slower healing, thinning skin. Many assume it's just part of getting older, but what if it isn't only age? What if a missing nutrient, one your body used to make easily, was the quiet cause? That nutrient is collagen. Collagen is like the stitching that holds your body together. It keeps your skin firm, your joints flexible, your bones strong. But after 60, your natural collagen production begins to slow, sometimes by more than 30%. And without enough support, your body can't keep up. Now here's the deeper truth. Even though food is everywhere in America, many seniors aren't getting what they truly need to stay strong. Not because they don't care, far from it, but because modern diets often emphasize convenience over nourishment. Quick meals, packaged snacks, low-cost calories that fill the stomach, but don't always give the body the building blocks it needs to repair. This isn't a criticism, it's a call to compassion. Because your body is still listening, still healing. It just needs the right kind of support. In Japan, we grow up seeing food as more than just fuel. It's part of our daily care, our quiet medicine. We eat broth made from fish bones, small portions of fermented foods, seasonal vegetables, not because they're trendy, but because they work. When my friend Nancy from Colorado visited us, she was surprised. She said, "I didn't know food could feel this restorative." After a week of eating simple Japanese meals, miso soup, soft-boiled eggs, fish with the skin on, her joints felt lighter, not cured, but supported. And that small shift made a world of difference. So if you're over 60 and wondering why your body feels different, why your skin doesn't bounce back, or your knees protest after a short walk, it might not be about getting old. It might be about what's missing. And the beautiful part? You can begin replenishing it today with one bowl, one bite, one quiet act of care. Let's start with a morning ritual that has comforted generations, a simple bowl of miso soup. We don't chase youth. We nourish what we have. In Japan, growing older is not something we fear. It's something we prepare for, quietly, patiently, every single day. We don't have a word for anti-aging in our kitchen. Instead, we have shuiku. It means food education, but not the kind that comes from textbooks. It's passed down from grandparents, through steam rising from soup pots and rice bowls shared at dawn. From a young age, we're taught to think about why we eat. Not just what, not just to fill the belly, but to preserve the parts of us that matter most, our strength, our calm, our clarity. Take mornings, for example. We don't eat on the go. We sit, we breathe. We start the day with something warm, usually miso soup, not just for flavor, but for balance. Because warm food supports digestion, and healthy digestion is the first step in making sure your body can actually absorb collagen and nutrients, not just swallow them. Lunch and dinner are never rushed. We eat with others, even if it's just one person. We serve small plates with color and texture, fish with the skin on, seaweed, pickled vegetables. Each dish serves a purpose. Each bite is an act of support. Even hydration looks different. Instead of ice-cold drinks, we sip warm barley tea or broth. These gentle liquids improve circulation, ease tension, and help the body do what it's already trying to do: heal. And then there's the deeper piece, something we often overlook in the West: connection. In Japanese homes, meals are rarely silent or solitary. Even the smallest dinner includes conversation, presence, a pause. Why does that matter? Because stress is one of the fastest ways to break down collagen. And loneliness, yes, loneliness, is a hidden thief of vitality in older adults. Food is our daily ritual of coming back to ourselves and to each other. It's how we keep our digestion strong, our joints fluid, and our spirits light. You don't need to move to Japan or learn a whole new cuisine, but you can begin to shift the intention behind your meals. Slow down, choose foods with life in them, and when you sit down to eat, truly sit. Because healing doesn't always come in big changes. Sometimes it starts with a quiet bowl of soup, a warm cup of tea, and a sense that you are cared for. And that brings us to the very first healing dish I want to share with you: miso soup with wakame seaweed. Let me show you why this ancient recipe has stood the test of time. Every bowl told me I was safe, even if she never said the words. When I was a child, I would wake up to the gentle sound of a wooden ladle tapping against the side of a pot. It was my mother, stirring miso soup. Always the same rhythm, always the same care. No alarm clock ever felt so comforting. At the time, I didn't understand why she never skipped this step, not even on the hottest summer mornings. But now, at 83, I know the answer. That bowl of soup was her way of saying, "I'm giving you strength," before the day begins. Miso soup may seem simple, but for us in Japan, it's sacred. And it happens to be one of the most powerful, affordable, and collagen-supporting foods you can add to your daily routine, especially after 60. Let's begin with the miso itself. Miso is a fermented soybean paste, rich in probiotics, copper, and zinc. These nutrients don't just support your immune system, they help your gut absorb the very proteins and vitamins your body needs to build collagen. And that's key. Because as we age, it's not just about eating the right foods, it's about whether your body can use them. Even more, fermented foods like miso lower inflammation. And inflammation is one of the biggest reasons collagen breaks down faster in older adults. So when you sip miso soup, you're not just nourishing your body, you're creating a peaceful, anti-inflammatory environment where healing can actually happen. Then comes the wakame, a delicate dark green seaweed that dances in the broth like little ribbons. Don't let its softness fool you. Wakame is rich in marine collagen, iodine, calcium, and a powerful antioxidant called fucoxanthin. Fucoxanthin has been studied for its ability to support skin regeneration and even promote fat metabolism. But most importantly, it helps protect and preserve your skin's elasticity. When miso and wakame come together in a warm bowl, it's more than just soup. It's a tonic for your joints, a balm for your gut, a quiet support for your spirit. I still make it every morning. 3 ingredients: white miso paste, a small handful of wakame, and a few cubes of tofu. I never boil it, just warm it gently. My mother used to whisper, "Let it breathe." I didn't understand back then, but I do now. Because every time I prepare it, I feel her hands in mine, and I feel steady. My digestion stays smooth. My skin still glows softly in the morning light. And though my knees aren't what they once were. They carry me without complaint. And here's the best part. You can make this wherever you are. How to start. Look for white miso, also called shiro miso, at your local grocery store. It has a milder flavor. Find dried wakame in the Asian section. Soak it for just a few minutes and watch it bloom. Warm some water or broth. Stir in the miso. Add the wakame. Sit. Sip slowly. It's more than nutrition. It's a moment of returning to yourself, a practice of saying, I deserve to feel cared for, starting now. Next, I'll show you a food that's stickier, stranger, but even more powerful. The secret of Japanese knees that don't creak. Fermented soybeans. It smells strong. It looks strange. But it just might be the reason my husband can still walk to the market at 85. If miso soup is comfort, then natto is commitment. And I'll be honest with you, many first-time visitors to Japan can't stand the smell. It's earthy, funky, even a little sour. And the texture? Sticky threads stretch from your chopsticks like cobwebs. But for those of us who've grown up with it, natto is more than just food. It's medicine in a bowl, and one of the most powerful allies for healthy aging I've ever known. So what is it exactly? Natto is fermented soybeans. During fermentation, the beans develop a unique nutrient profile, perfect for older bodies that need support, not stress. Let's talk about the science for a moment. Natto is packed with vitamin K2, a rare but essential nutrient that helps calcium go where it belongs, into your bones and joints, not your arteries. Genistein, a plant compound that stimulates collagen production, especially in skin and connective tissue. And probiotics, which improve digestion and help your body actually use the nutrients you eat. That means stronger bones, more flexible joints, smoother skin, and yes, even a healthier heart. In Japan, many elders eat natto every single morning. It's quick, affordable, and quietly powerful. Just a small bowl over warm rice, with a splash of soy sauce and a touch of mustard. I remember my husband, back when he worked long hours in a Tokyo office, always started his day with natto, even on weekends. He used to say, "It keeps me young." At the time, I thought he was just being playful. But now, decades later, at 85 years old, he still walks to the market each morning. No cane, no pills, just steady legs and a small grin. Maybe it wasn't a joke after all. If you're in the US, here's how to try it. Look for frozen natto in the Asian section of your grocery store. It comes in small foam containers with little packets of mustard and soy sauce. Just thaw one pack, stir it vigorously with chopsticks until it becomes sticky and foamy. That's when it's active and ready. Pour over rice or mix with chopped scallions for a gentler flavor. And if the taste is just too much at first, don't give up. There are milder versions, even natto powder or capsules if you want the benefits without the bite. But I encourage you to try the real thing at least once. Because sometimes the things that seem most unfamiliar become the very things your body has been quietly waiting for. And truthfully, the greatest benefit of natto isn't just in the vitamins, it's in the ritual. Waking up, choosing something healing, and starting your day with intention. That choice, made day after day, is where true strength is born. Up next, I'll show you the part of the fish most people throw away, but might be your best friend after 60. What many people peel off or throw away is exactly what aging bodies quietly crave. I was about 8 years old the first time I watched my grandmother cook salmon. She placed the fillet skin side down in a cast iron pan and let it sizzle until golden. Then she looked at me and said something I never forgot. "This is where the strength lives. Don't waste it." She was talking about the fish skin, and she was right. In many Western kitchens, the skin is often peeled off and the bones of small fish are discarded. But in Japan, we do the opposite. We treasure these parts, not because we're trying to be resourceful, but because they are rich in exactly what aging bodies need: marine collagen, calcium, omega-3s, and minerals that support strength from the inside out. Let's start with salmon skin. This thin, often crispy layer is loaded with marine collagen, a form of collagen that's easier for the human body to absorb than the kind from cows or pigs. It supports skin elasticity, joint comfort, bone density, and that's not a theory, it's tradition. Decades of eating this way have shown us what science now confirms. I eat salmon skin every week, and at 83, my skin still feels soft in the morning. My knees may not sprint, but they carry me through each day, without pain. That's not magic, it's nourishment. Then there are the whole small fish, sardines, anchovies, shishamo. In Japan, we often eat them whole, bones, skin, organs, and all. And why? Because each part brings something vital. Bones, calcium and phosphorus. Skin, collagen. Organs, omega-3, fatty acids, vitamin D, and iron. They're small, affordable, and packed with more nutrition per bite than almost any other food. One of my dearest friends, Koan, is 91 years old. Every afternoon, she prepares a tray with just 3 grilled shishamo fish, a bowl of rice, and a few slices of pickled daikon. She laughs and says, "I don't need much, just enough to keep my legs moving and my smile bright." And you know what? Her back is still straight. Her skin glows. She credits the fish. If you're in the U.S., don't worry. It's easier than you think. Keep the skin on your salmon when baking or grilling. Season simply with salt. Look for canned sardines or anchovies in olive oil. They're soft, safe to eat whole, and ready in seconds. For extra benefit, eat them with the bones. That's where the quiet strength lives. Don't let marketing fool you. You don't need exotic powders or expensive supplements. Sometimes what your body is longing for is already in the can on your pantry shelf. Next, I'll share the warm, golden liquid that helped my husband walk again. Bone broth. Simple, healing, and made from the parts we so often overlook. It's not always the exotic foods that heal us. Sometimes it's the ones already in your fridge. Some mornings I wake before the sun. I boil a small pot of water, lower in 1 egg, and set the timer for 6 minutes. While it simmers, I peel a kiwi or slice a mandarin. It's quiet, it's simple. But this small ritual is one of the most powerful ways I support collagen in my body. Let's start with the egg. Eggs are often overlooked because they seem too ordinary, but inside that shell is a rich mix of nutrients that older bodies desperately need if we want to stay strong, steady, and glowing. The yolk holds choline, supports cell membranes and brain function, vitamin D, essential for bone strength, healthy fats, which help us absorb other nutrients, and the white, it's rich in proline and lysine, 2 amino acids critical for collagen production. Without them, your body simply can't rebuild the tissues that keep your joints fluid and your skin firm. But here's the secret. It's not just about eating the egg, it's about how you eat it. In Japan, we often prepare eggs soft-boiled. Creamy yolk, not runny, not hard. It's easy to digest, gentle on the stomach, and pairs beautifully with steamed rice or a drizzle of soy sauce. My neighbor, Takashi-san, is 89. He paints watercolors every morning, delicate scenes of birds and flowers. I once asked how his hands stay so steady. He smiled and said, 1 soft egg a day and barley tea. His fingers are still graceful, his focus clear. Now let's talk about vitamin C-rich fruits, because even if you eat all the collagen-building foods in the world, without vitamin C, your body can't turn them into collagen. Vitamin C is the spark, the needle that threads the collagen fibers together. In Japan, we use yuzu, a small, fragrant citrus fruit. But wherever you live, you can get the same power from oranges, strawberries, kiwis, red bell peppers, even a few slices of grapefruit or pineapple. And the best part? These foods are easy. No cooking, no prep. Just wash, slice, and enjoy. But don't rush them. In Japanese homes, fruit is not just a snack, it's a moment. We cut it beautifully. We serve it with intention. We sit, chew slowly, and let the sweetness remind us that caring for ourselves can be joyful. Here's a simple morning habit to try. Soft boil 1 egg, add a few slices of fresh fruit, sit down, sip some warm tea, breathe, taste. Begin your day with care. Because it's not just about nutrients, it's about choosing each morning to support your body in a way that feels gentle, loving, and real. And now, let's bring it all together. In our final part, I'll share how just one small change, starting today, can set you on a path toward healing and strength. You don't need to change everything. You just need to begin. We've talked about miso soup, seaweed, natto, salmon skin, bone broth, soft-boiled eggs, and fruits rich in vitamin C. Not trendy diets, not miracle pills, just simple, quiet foods that have nourished Japanese elders for generations. Foods that supported our joints, kept our skin soft, and helped our spirits stay light, well into our 80s and 90s. You may be thinking, where do I start? The answer is simpler than you think. Start with just one bowl. Maybe it's miso soup in the morning. Maybe it's keeping the skin on your salmon at dinner. Maybe it's an egg and half a kiwi before the day begins. Don't worry about doing it perfectly. There is no perfect. There is only gentle intention, one small habit done with care. And if you live alone, let your food become a friend. Let your tea be a pause. Let your kitchen become a place of healing, not just function. Because every bite is a chance to remind your body, I'm still here. I still care. I still believe in your ability to heal. And your body, though older, is still listening, still responding, still quietly rebuilding when you give it the right support. So now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 6 foods will you try first? Tell me in the comments below. I read each one, and it warms my heart to hear your stories. And if this video brought you comfort or clarity, please consider subscribing so you don't miss what's coming next. More healing stories, more simple wisdom, more ways to grow stronger together. Until then, may your meals be warm, may your body feel supported, and may your heart feel seen. Thank you for sharing this time with me.